Are Starmer and the Labour government honouring the values that got them elected? To explore this, we analyse Keir Starmer's speech at the 2025 Global Progress Group, where he addresses left-wing leaders about the challenges of opposition to their policies. We'll examine whether his actions reflect the core leadership principles of values and servant leadership or fall short of the expectations of those who put him in office. Before we get into the details, if you love diving into political issues and enjoy hearing a principled take on them, then hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to join the conversation. It will help our channel reach a wider audience.
But that, in a sense, captures what we're up against, doesn't it? But there are versions in all of your countries where places, institutions, communities are portrayed in a way that is a million miles from reality. A sort of industrialized infrastructure of grievance, an entire world, not just a world view, created through our devices that is miserable, joyless, and demonstrably untrue. And yet, in another way, and this is the challenge, also totally cohesive, because it preys on real problems in the real world. Identifies clear enemies. That's us, by the way. And at its heart, its most poisonous belief, and this was on full display here in London just under 2 weeks ago, that there's a coming struggle, a defining struggle, a violent struggle for the nation, for all of our nations. And you don't have to be a great historian to know where that kind of poison ends up. And you can just feel it in a language that is naked in its attempt to intimidate. Because it's not careless or accidental. It's part of a strategy. They want politics to be a choice between globalists and nationalists, to draw a dividing line between the elites and the people, in which somehow our rich story of patriotism and pride, our common cause with working people, our deep roots in the trade union movement in our communities, the desire and demand of working people for a voice in their future is claimed by those who have nothing in common with them or their values. Only a cynical intent to exploit their fears to benefit themselves. That is what we're up against. So we must show our politics resolutely opposed to a status quo that doesn't deliver for working people. The worst thing we can do is to defend the status quo. It hasn't worked for working people. We must be determined to deliver change in their interests. Patriotic renewal, rooted in our own national stories, restoring pride where people live and work. We fight for our values, decency, tolerance, respect. And most importantly, we focus on the countries we can become through renewal. National renewal. Now, that's not a new argument for social democrats, but it is the beating heart of our politics, the nation state, harnessing the potential of the whole country, providing security and opportunity for working people. Together squaring up to the challenges of a world that is frankly more dangerous, less secure than many of us have known in our lifetimes. We have to respond to that, not by turning inward, but with even deeper solidarity, alliances and partnerships built upon common values, the rules-based order that has kept the peace in our world since the last century. The coalition of the willing, strong not just because of the depth of our shared beliefs, but because we recognize that the security and safety of the people that we serve depends on our relationships, our willingness to stand up together across our different political traditions and not be cowed by tyranny. But to protect strength abroad, you do need security at home.
Socialist policies have created widespread dissatisfaction. leaving many feeling trapped in joyless and miserable conditions. People are voicing grievances because of what they see, hear, and experience daily under these policies, which they view as harmful and disconnected from their needs. Before the election, Labour strategists urged the party to adopt a conservative tone to secure victory. Why? Because the Conservative Party had drifted, becoming conservative in name only, leaving a gap in representation for traditional conservative values. Labour seized this opportunity, crafting promises that appear to appeal to conservative and middle ground voters, projecting an image of alignment with their concerns. However, leadership is not just about having values, it's about honoring the values of the people who entrusted you with power. Servant leadership demands recognizing and respecting the electorate authority, knowing that they can withdraw that trust at the next democratic opportunity. When leaders fail to embody the values of those they serve, they risk losing legitimacy. It's easy to spot leaders who prioritize their nation's freedom and sovereignty. Their words and actions reflect a genuine commitment to their people, not just political posturing. They don't dismiss their opposition or prioritize external interests over their own citizens. The recent Unite the Kingdom march in London brought together people from all walks of life, not to overthrow the government or push extremist agendas, but to demand respect. These were not far-right radicals, as some claim, but everyday working class people, tired of being sidelined, reduced to labels like working people instead of the proud working class they identify as. All they seek is justice, fairness, and freedom, basic expectations of any government. When leaders attack the values their people hold dear, like freedom and sovereignty, they alienate the very voters who put them in office, undermining the trust at the heart of servant leadership. If Keir Starmer and the Labour government want to rebuild trust, they must listen to the people's call for justice and fairness, not just pay lip service to it. True leadership means aligning actions with the values of those you represent, not shifting stances for political gain. Share your thoughts in the comments on how Starmer and Labour can truly honour the values of their voters and lead as servant leaders who prioritize the people's needs. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please subscribe, like, share, and be sure to leave us a comment.